Before we get into the recap, I want to get this on record. That way, Wednesday, we know what to expect from Indiana when they play Golden State. Let's get it on record. Let's get it on record right now.
So I think just, easing back into it and making sure we're doing it the correct way. So I think that, and then, hopefully everything goes great tonight. And then when we get back and I play on Wednesday, hopefully it's basically done with.
Sure.
Kind of our plan. So just.
So that's the plan. If everything goes well last night, which it did, Wednesday, the plan was no more limited minutes. No more limited minutes. I'm expecting CC to now play 30 to 35 minutes, unless it's a blowout. Let's get this thing back rolling. Let's get it back going. But yeah, we'll see. I just wanted to get that on record because I don't want to no more 20 minutes, no more 25 minutes. Let's get 30 to 35 minutes out of CC, and let's get this train back on the track. I'm Jay Williams. This is The Sports Collective. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, we're going to start the recap off right here. Once again, Caitlin Clark has broken another record. Fastest player in WNBA history to record 600 assists. Can we get a hand clap for Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark has again once proven herself right. She has proven her fans right. When her fans say Caitlin Clark is something they have never seen in the women's game, she just keeps on proving that statement right time after time after time again. She has broken multiple fastest player in WNBA history awards. She has probably broken, at this moment, over 100 records, and she hasn't even played a complete 2 seasons yet. So I just want to give a shout out to Caitlin Clark, breaking another record. And once again, the fans are proven to be right when we back Caitlin Clark and we say this woman plays the game like we have never seen in women's games. So shout out to Caitlin Clark. We're going to get into some highlights. We're going to get into a couple highlights from the game last night. Like I said, the Indiana Fever dominated from start to finish. It was I don't think the Aces ever led in this game. So we're going to get into a couple highlights, look at the box score, and we'll end it there.
Boston keeps it for herself. Attack mode.
That's a good drive. That's a good drive by Boston. Good drive. The signature step back.
Game managing that back.
Bang. Nasty work, CC.
Clark missed the last.
Nasty work.
Game managing that back. Wire to wire victory. Last night never trailed. Right now they do. Here's Caitlin.
And just continuing to step back and you see how far out.
That's pretty. I see Ty Harris.
And just look at the Jets. Hasn't even put him on full throttle yet. She's looking for something. Count it.
Nice. I will say this. I don't mind Kelsey Mitchell game when she's efficient. I don't mind her game when she's efficient. When she start off slow, 1 for 6, 2 for 8, I would like her to see her get the ball out. I would like her to get the ball out of her hands a little bit quicker. But if she's hitting her shots, it is what it is. I don't mind it.
The ball. And Indiana has done this a few times. Gotten the basketball out of the rim quickly.
We got Sophie.
Cunningham sets her feet. 3 for her.
And that was a deep.
Sophie has made herself a lot of money. The Indiana Fever have put themselves in a bad spot. That's a conversation for another day. But in off season, Sophie has earned herself a multi-year deal. So we'll see what happens with that.
She did 19 points. She gets some early tick here today. Clark threads the needle. Nice. Down to Timsic.
Nice two-man action right there. And I will say for Timsic, she has done better this year at finishing at the rim. I feel like now she's finishing to actually make the shot and not expecting to get fouled. So Timsic, continue to finish at the rim like you've been doing.
Clark, it's the lap.
I could have ended without this view. This view is nasty.
Clark, it's the lap.
2-2 on 2-2.
Managing that back.
Bang. Let's go. One more time.
Clark, it's the lap.
2-2 versus 2-2.
Game managing that back.
Hey, that's an uncomfortable feeling for Angel Wilson. I'm gonna tell you that now. Being out there on that island like that by yourself with a guard, that's an uncomfortable feeling. Looking at the box score, like I said, Indiana Fever beat the Aces 109-75. It was a complete dominant win from start to finish. Mo Billings, 25 minutes, 10 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 1 for 1 for the 3-point, and she made all her free throws. She also added 5 rebounds and 1 turnover. Mo Billings, I feel like she's getting better. I feel like she misses entirely too many layups, wide open layups, but she's getting better. Last night wasn't a bad game, so we'll see. Aaliyah Boston, 29 minutes, 19 points, 9 for 14. That's good efficiency. 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, 11 rebounds and 4 assists. I will say this: Aaliyah Boston, if you're gonna shoot threes, you have been hitting them this year. I don't mind it, but I need the rebounds to come with it. So 11 rebounds. You shot 3 3-pointers. I think that's kind of the perfect range of where you need to be at. I think that's the perfect range where you need to be at. So also had 3 steals, 1 block. Aaliyah Boston played great this game. I feel like anytime Aaliyah Boston plays a big from South Carolina, we see a different Aaliyah Boston. We seen her mean mugging last night. We seen her being physical with A'ja Wilson. I'm gonna tell you this: A'ja Wilson, as great as she is, she does not like physicality. She doesn't like it. Every time Aaliyah Boston gets physical with her, you see her kind of, just backing off a little bit. So good game for Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell, I think you had a great game. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock it. I can't say anything about your game tonight. There was a few times where I feel like you could have swung the pass, but whatever. You went 8 for 16, 27 points, 3 for 8 from the 3-point line. You hit all your free throws, and you also added 3 rebounds and 3 assists. So, and 2 steals and 2 turnovers. So I'm not mad at Kelsey Mitchell's game tonight. Lexie Hall, I don't know what's going on with Lexie Hall. I don't know if it's the confidence. I don't know if she's lacking confidence. I don't know if not playing with Caitlin Clark as much this year has hurt her. But I think this is a Stephanie White problem. What I mean by that, I don't blame Stephanie White for the way Lexie Hall is playing. I think Stephanie White, as a coach, you have to notice Lexie Hall her confidence is falling, and you have to boost her back up. Maybe run a couple plays for her. Maybe run a couple plays at the beginning of the game. Get her involved, but we're going to need Lexie Hall, all right? We're going to need her to contribute. No more just this energy. We dive for the loose balls. We still need it, but we're going to need her to contribute as far as her shooting, as far as her driving to the hole and creating, all right? Especially when, I was going to say, especially when Caitlin Clark is limited, but she shouldn't be limited anymore, so we'll see. Caitlin Clark, 24 minutes, 12 points, 5 from 11 from the field. That's good efficiency. 1 for 5 for 3. Her 3-point wasn't falling last night. 1 for 2 for the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 turnovers. She really had 2 turnovers. 2 of them turnovers hit the player right in the hands and went out of bounds. So I know they're going to give that to Caitlin Clark, but in reality, if you watch the game, she had 2 turnovers. And I was impressed by Caitlin Clark's game last night. She could have been on a triple-double watch if she got her regular minutes. Her 3-point shot wasn't falling like we hoped it to, but she contributes and impacts the game on different levels, like I said. For her to get 7 rebounds, she was second on the team in rebounds, first in assists. She probably could have had 8 or 9 assists, but a couple players missed some wide-open layups. But I like Caitlin Clark's game tonight. I loved it. That was a good win last night. I'm not going to get on Stephanie White. I want to be credible. Do I still think she's not that good of a coach? Yes, I don't think she's that good of a coach. But at least last night, she had her team playing with good energy. I didn't see her do anything crazy. So I'll leave that where it's at. Good win from the Fever. We'll see what they have Wednesday versus Golden State. But I'm Jay Williams. This is the Sports Collective. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out. Peace.